Okie dokie, right. Hello everyone. Welcome in to the first live stream of 2026-2027 season. Of course, we are in the pre-season build-up now. This is our first pre-season fixture for Hull City to sink their teeth into. Of course, we are away in Slovenia, taking on Konyaspor, a Turkish Super League side today. So that is the mission for Sergei Akievich and the boys today. Of course, 4:30 kickoff. So we've got a little bit of time to rack through a little bit of stuff ahead of the game. Of course, we will go through the starting lineup in a second. Wait for a few people to head in. Hope that you're all having a lovely Saturday. Back into the football swing of things, of course, post-International World Cup break and all that sort of stuff. We're back with the City. Let's go City indeed. Mexico rolls. Come on, you all indeed, Albus. Hello, my Hull friend. How are you doing? I'm doing very well, my Bradford friend. How are you doing? Hope that all things are going well in the Bradford camp at the moment. Of course, for us over at Hull City, getting ready for our return to the Premier League. Fun stuff. I've got the We Are Premier League top on today. There. You all up the Tigers indeed. Got the new We Are Premier League top on there. Ready for this one. Okay. Okay. Let's get going. Just going in. You all indeed. What's your score prediction? My score prediction for this one, 3-1 win for the Tigers. I think that'll be quite a nice way to start the pre-season. Of course, if we jump back to our pre-season last year, of course, with Sergei Akievich, he managed to do a decent job, didn't he? It was an undefeated streak through pre-season. Of course, there was some big games in there as well. But that was a very, very nice pre-season last year ahead of what would be a very nice championship season. Just getting up the match on Tigers Plus here. So, just hang fire a second. We'll have it up in a second, but I hope that you're all having a lovely day. Let me know your score predictions. Could we won 4-0 against Campion yesterday? Some Austrian time. How's things going in Hull? All right, to be fair, certainly it's early stages, isn't it, in the transfer proceedings? So not horrendous, but we're waiting for them signings to come in. 2-0 to the Tigers is what you're saying, Lee. Have you seen the Konyaspor fans? They're insane. I mean, it goes with all the Turkish teams, doesn't it? They're all very team. I think that's really the only way that I can explain it. They're all for the team. So, douche. Okay. You're avoiding Bradford till at least the third round of the cup if we don't play you lot. Well, there we go. I mean, to be fair, we've got Premier League football. I doubt that we're going to have any success in the cup, but we haven't, because we haven't been for the past couple of seasons now. So, finally got the stream up and running from Tigers Plus. Seems like the Hull City lot there, of course, in their new Oxen training gear, heading into this one. So we will finally, after I have been saying it, we'll bring you the team lineup for this one. So it is a 12-man bench for the Tigers. So I am going to presume it's going to be the usual situation of 2 teams per half. So, of course, the starting 11 is as it is. There'll be a second starting 11 to start the second half, and then they'll probably rotate one of the strikers around every 30 minutes or so, is typically what we see, especially from Hull City early stages in pre-season as well. So, the starting lineup for Hull City. There has been an update. Kickoff is now going to be at 4:45 p.m. UK time, 5:45 local time. So we've got a little bit more before the start of the game. So don't have to press through the lineup too quickly, but we will dive straight into it, and that is with Jack Butland. He is starting between the sticks for Hull City. Then we go into a defensive lineup of a back 4, it seems, with Drammer, McNair, McCarthy, and Jacob. Ahead of them, it's Zambrano and Darko JB in sort of a holding midfield role, with Omer, I'm guessing, sitting as that number 10 role. Finally getting to see him play in that number 10 role that he was so adamant on playing, but the previous managerial ships of Hull City refused to let him do that. And then out wide, you've got Akintola and Abu Kamara with Enis Destan up top. So it's a very interesting lineup, to say the least, with the return of some players that have, of course, been out on loan, and 2 players there that we've just brought in. Of course, we have seen Zambrano in a City shirt before a couple of seasons ago, but it is the first chance to see Jack Butland in a City shirt and see what he can produce. Of course, he'll only have a 45-minute cameo appearance before it flips over to the substitutes, where we have Dylan Phillips, of course, being the substitute keeper, and it will be a situation in the Premier League, do not worry, where Dylan Phillips will be on the bench. He will be the third choice, and maybe he might even leave Hull City before the first Premier League fixture, of course, with the new Greek goalkeeper incoming. We'll talk about that as the game progresses. We'll talk all things transfer. And then, of course, the Hull City might use an academy lad as their third choice keeper, or I would not be mad about having Dylan Phillips as your third choice goalkeeper in the Premier League. Of course, elsewhere on the bench, it's Louis Coyle, Semir Jai, John Egan, Ryan Giles, Regan Slater, Matt Crooks, Kieran Dowell, Mohamed Baloumi, Liam Miller, Ola McBurney, and Mason Bursa, of course, who was on loan at Bolton Wanderers last season and did very well for them. They seem to be certainly their fans seem to be very adamant on trying to get Mason Burstow back. So we will we'll see on the situation on that one. But at the moment, he is a Tiger. He has gone out, of course, with the team for a pre-season tour over in Slovenia at Maribor. Oh, they're in the Maribor area. So, yeah, of course, it's a full European mix-up with this pre-season tour for Hull City, starting in Slovenia, going to Turkey, and then going to, of course, Germany to face Frankfurt for a game, so then come back, of course, to the MKM Stadium for one domestic pre-season fixture before they kick off the Premier League campaign at home to Manchester United. What we all saying? With new signings, could have a decent cup team, so could have a decent run in the cup. It's a very good point there, Lee. We've talked about this in sort of the videos about the signings and the transfer news. Hull City seem to be building quite a nice little depth option for themselves, with quality at each position, especially within that midfield. It seems like the midfield has gone from one of the weaker elements of the squad at the start of the transfer window to what could be the strongest element of the team going into the season. So I can see where you're coming from there, Lee, with the team possibly there having a backup team to play for the cup, and so it could do quite well in either of the cups. Of course, we have historically had more success in the FA Cup with, of course, the second place finish back in 2014. But I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of a cup run in either of them, with, of course, our return to the Premier League. Let's Go City just worked 28 hours straight this game is the only thing keeping me awake on my drive home. Well, I hope that you can stay awake for your entire drive home. And let's hope that return to Hull City football, albeit a pre-season friendly, can keep you awake. Mexico rose 28 hours straight. That is quite a shift. Is there a way to watch it without Tigers Plus? I'm not 100% sure. I believe that the only way to stream it is on Tigers Plus. I believe Adjan's got it on his TV 8.5 network, but of course that's a Turkish TV channel, so only way is to watch it on Tigers Plus in the UK. Okay, where can we watch the match? Tigers Plus, it's £6.99 for the game, I believe, or you can get a match pass, or a pre-season pass, I should say, for £25, which will get you access to all 5 of Hull City's pre-season fixtures on Tigers Plus. That'll be the 2 in Slovenia, of course, today and Tuesday, the 1 in Turkey on Saturday, a week today, and then, of course, the 1 the following Saturday in Frankfurt, or it might not be the following Saturday, but the 1 in Germany against Frankfurt, and then, of course, the final fixture, the home domestic fixture at the MKM Stadium against Nice. That'll be all on Tigers Plus if you do want to go for that option. So let's talk new transfers. So we are going to see Jack Butland between the sticks today for the first time for Hull City. We're going to see Oscar Zambrano starting for Hull City in the midfield. Of course, that is a welcome return. We haven't seen him in a Hull City shirt for a few years now, and only had 8 professional appearances in his time at Hull City. Before then, of course, the doping allegations, and subsequently went to Maribor a little bit afterwards. But he is now at Hull City, officially on a permanent deal after, of course, spending the past season at Maribor alongside former Tiger in Jean-Michel Seri. We're also going to see some returns to some players that have been, of course, out on loan and not been a part of the squad. David Akintola being one of the nice ones there. We're going to see an Abdushamer. I think he's probably going to be the one that we're going to try and keep an eye on the most, as he has been promised to get given a little run out within this squad. And this seems to be final chance saloon for Abdushamer. If Sergei Kiric can't get him going out of anything, well then I think that it might be curtains for Abdushamer at Hull City. But he's certainly going to be given a bit of a run out, and in the number 10 role, which is the position that he seems to be wanting to play. And so hopefully we can see some nice quality from Abdushamer. Of course, Abu Kamara as well has returned from his little time out in Spain. Didn't do too well there, but he's seeming like he's gaining some interest in England for some moves away. Permanent or loan deals from different clubs. So it could be a case where we do not see Abu Kamara maybe past this pre-season, so he might leave partway through. What Turkish channel did you say it was on? It was on at TV 8.5, I believe. One of Adjan's networks over there. Elliot Stroud starts for Majalbi. Yep, that fiasco seems to be ongoing. According to Adjan's list, that seems to be on its way to being processed. And it's just a case of Majalbi wanting Stroud in for their Champions League qualifier game. So I think it's a game of watch the clock on that one, unfortunately. But I do not fear that one will come through. We'll do this, since we usually do it for every game. We'll do who do you think will win? We'll put a poll in the chat. And of course you can vote on who you think will win. We'll run it through up until half time. Then we'll end it and we'll see if the majority of you can guess it right. Who do you think will win? Of course there is a Konyaspor win. That is a possibility. There is a possibility of a draw. And then, of course, there is a possibility of a Hull City win. Of course, do let me know your score predictions down in the chat. I'm going for a Hull City win. So, vote on that poll in the chat. And whilst we're waiting for kickoff, of course, because we are waiting a little bit longer for kickoff now, we've still got to wait another 13 minutes. We will dive into today's opponents, Konyaspor, a little bit. 2-0 Hull is my bet. Well, let's go Mexico Rolls. You seem to be on fire, didn't you, at the end of last season? So let's hope that that continues into this preseason and into the season. So, Konyaspor. It is the first ever meeting against Konyaspor for Hull City. Of course, as I've said, they play in the Turkish Super League. They finished 9th last season in the Turkish Super League, earning 40 points. Of course, 10 wins, 10 draws, 14 defeats in their 34 matches last season, recording them 40 points and finishing 9th. Their boss, he seems to be a relatively new boss, appointed in February of this year. His second spell with Konya in the Konyaspor dugout, as he previously managed the club in February of 2021 through to January of 2023, where he had 81 matches, 36 wins, 25 draws, 20 losses. He seems to be quite a decent manager, especially at Konyaspor. They've done a little bit of business so far this summer, but nothing truly to fret. Hull City, as we will head into this one. But I mean, I'll say that and I'll be biting my words in a second. But let's hope that there's nothing too much to fret in this one for Hull City, and it's going to be a good warm-up for Hull City to get themselves into this pre-season. 4-0 Hull, I think. Well, let's go. I'll take that 4-0 win. How are you watching the game, mate? I'm watching it on Tigers Plus. 2-1 Hull City, Omer and McBurney. I will take an Omer and a McBurney goal in this one. I think that'll be a nice delight. Of course, Omer back amongst the score sheet on his return to Hull City. And then McBurney, of course, on the score sheet. He was the last man to score for Hull City at Wembley in them late stages of that playoff final. 2 minutes late. Kickoff is now at 4:45 p.m. UK time and 5:45 p.m. local time, of course, in Slovenia. The game has just been postponed a little bit, but it's still going ahead. Joffy injured at Leeds, possibly long term. Well, let's hope not, Greg Dixon. I've not heard too much intel on Joffy's situation at the moment. Of course, he's not been part of the rumours and stuff for Hull City truly this off-season, which we thought it might have been, so we'll certainly dive into. What channel is it on? It's on Tigers Plus. 3-1 Hull City. Love that. I love a 3-1 win. What Turkish channel? It is on TV 8.5, I believe. I'm not watching it on there, but that's what I believe from seeing reports and stuff. Of course, that is one of Ajun's channels. Yo, mate, is it on any Turkish channel? Yeah, TV 8.5, I believe. But of course, I'm not in Turkey, so I can't check. I'm just watching it on Tigers Plus. So, got a little bit of time, 10 minutes before kickoff. And we'll dive into to some transfer stuff, I guess. I guess we'll start off with a bit of the old juicy transfer news for Hull City. Of course, we do have the addition of 4 players so far, with, of course, Butland, Matt Targett, who's not featuring today. I have been told he's gone out with the squad, and presumably he will be featuring at some point later stages. Of course, he is a free agent. Doubt that he's had that preseason build-up like some of the other players that have had already that have been brought in from other clubs. So that's probably why he's not being featured in this one. Of course, then of Oscar Zambrano, who is on the starting lineup for the squad today. It'd be nice to see him out there. And then, of course, Hull City's transfer yesterday in Hidemasa Morita. Of course, coming in as Hull City's second ever Japanese player. Of course, our first was last season's Yu Hirakawa. So nice to see a second Japanese man in Hull City, and there could possibly be a third, of course, with Sano for Hull City, of course, being that rumoured name on Adjun's list. So, let's dive into the little bit of transfer news since I made the video yesterday detailing all of the list about from Adjun and everything. Tozlakis has apparently returned now to Athens. He's going to be completing the formalisation to move to Hull City, and apparently there was a medical taking place today for him. Of course, that's the Greek goalkeeper coming into Hull City with Champions League experience and presumably coming in as Hull City's #1 goalkeeper for this season, Tozalkis. So we will see on where that progresses with that one. I have a feeling that we could see him in a Hull City shirt at some point early stages this coming week. Yeah, this comes out through from some big reports saying that big developments have stated he has left the preseason camp to go and take his medical, and he will not be a part of the Olympiacos squad anymore. Of course, they have a Champions League qualifier coming up against NEC, which he is missing out on. And that seems to be all of the case, and after going his medical today, he will be flying to Slovenia to meet up, of course, with the Hull City squad, presumably tomorrow, to join their pre-season camp. So he could maybe even get the announcement tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned on the channel by liking and subscribing, as I do keep up to date with everything on that. Apparently it's going to be a 4-year contract, which is seeming what we've seen from Hull City, especially with some of these younger players. It's going to be a 4-year deal on some of the younger players to bring into Hull City. Okay, what we saying? Our parade feels like it was only yesterday, but here we are, not far from first game in the Premier League. Certainly does. My, how the off-season's flown by. And it seems like we're on the doors of Premier League football, which we are. It's less than a month away, 4 weeks today. And Hull City will be hosting Manchester United at the MKM Stadium for Hull City's first Premier League match in a decade. First game is always slow. A draw would be good. A draw certainly would be good. Results don't really matter too much in the pre-season. It is more about what the players look like, how is the fitness building, how are they progressing to get ready for the season. As we've seen, Manchester United, they lost one of their first, if not their first pre-season friendly, 1-0 loss to Wrexham, and it's not a case of that Manchester United are overthrowing Wrexham, or Wrexham are overthrowing Manchester United. It means absolutely nothing. We saw it last season. We beat Sunderland at the MKM Stadium in a pre-season friendly. A couple of weeks later, they started their Premier League season, and now Sunderland are playing European football this season. So take it of course with a grain of salt. It's more to look at players. Where can you watch it? Tigers Plus, of course, on Hull City's website. I'm actively trying to get over there to watch a game this year. This year started looking at flights, USA to UK, bound for the Tigers. I hope that you can make it happen, Mexico rolls. It will be fantastic. Has it kicked off yet? No, it starts in 7 minutes. It starts in 5 minutes now. Yeah, kickoff's not at 1:30. It's been delayed to 4:45 kickoff. What do you think of the new away kit? I personally quite like it. I think I like it more than the home kit, although the home kit is growing on me the more and more I see it. And I'm sure, as I said in the video, I think yesterday, by the end of the season, the home kit, I think, is going to be one of them ones where at the end of the season, you're going to go, I quite like that kit now. It was similar way with the Hull City kit, where it had the, looked like someone had been ran over, basically, the like side slash the 2021-22 home kits. Of course, when we turn back to the championship, that kit at the start went, I don't like it, but now, I'm not saying it's my favourite kit of the Hull City have ever done, but I don't mind it. It's not one that I'm completely repulsed by, and I've got it myself. I'm known to wear it on occasion, we'll say. So I feel that's going to be the same case with the home kit for this season, but I do quite like the away kit. Of course, it's given that retro feel once again. Do you know any other Turkish channel it might be on, mate? I'm not sure. TV8 or TV8.5, those are two of Acun's channels. I can see us beating Man U. They don't normally start their season well. I would certainly take a win over the Red Devils to start off Hull City's season. That would be a fantastic way, of course. Hull City are notoriously good at starting Premier League campaigns. They have been known to go top of the Premier League for a couple of times early doors in their Premier League campaigns. Let's hope that that is a repeat in this situation. Some good early points will do as well this season, I feel, not fear. Stroud has scored, has he now? I will have a look at that in a second. The away kit is amazing. I will be getting one. I certainly will be doing as well, Lee. I'll be getting the away kit. Glad to put the badge on it. I don't like how it's centered though. Yeah, I'm not turned away by the central badge because there is no kit manufacturer badge on the front. They put that on the upper sleeve, haven't they? So I think that makes it a little bit better. I'm not one of these people that goes, I don't like a centre badge, I don't like a badge wherever. I don't mind. If it suits the kit, it suits the kit. And I think that it doesn't really affect the kit too much. I think if the badge is there, I don't think it really affects the kit too much. But, of course, that's each preference to their own. Will Morita be a starting member in this team? He will be. He's a little bit of a fitness concern at the moment, so he has not met up with the squad yet in Maribor, I believe. I think he's undergoing a bit of rehabilitation to get him ready for the start of the season still in England. We've seen that with the likes of Charlie Hughes. He's still in England doing some rehab stuff, and we've seen that with a few little players to get them ready. Are you showing the game or just talking through it? I will be just talking through it. Unfortunately, I cannot show the game on here due, of course, to copyright infringement. So, yeah, it's just a watch along here. Yes, we will look at Elliot Stroud. Apparently, he has scored. And, of course, I'll type Stroud into into Google, and it comes up with the town in England. I'm probably best looking up Majalbi. Majalbi are 1-0 up. And it was Elliot Stroud in the 3rd minute. Well, there we go. Majalbi scores in the 3rd minute. Or Elliot Stroud scores in the 3rd minute for Majalbi. He is playing this game at a left wing back. Which seems to be his position. He has been known to play a little bit of left wing as well for Majalbi. I believe his last appearance before this one in the Champions League qualifier played at left wing. So it's going to be a versatile piece to have down that left flank. Of course, young and can apparently grab a goal when needed. So there we go. Goal coming in for hopefully a future City player in Elliot Stroud. Okay, we are moments away from kickoff, so we know what that means. A sip out of the Hull City mug glass here. It may be pre-season, but we still do it how we usually do it. So yeah, kickoff it should be any moment now. We are at 1:45. From what I can see on my monitor, the Konyaspor players seems to be getting ready on the touchline. Kits on and everything. A few final words from their manager, it seems. And then, I believe we're just waiting for Hull City to turn back out onto the field as they've just gone. They went in about 5-10 minutes ago to change out of their training gear into, of course, their match gear. I presume they'll be wearing the home kit today. I think it'll be stupid not to. The away kit might, to be fair, actually clash with Majalbi's colour scheme. I'm not sure if they're wearing that green top or the white top that some people are wearing. Yo, it's Ollie Murray! Yes! Love a bit of McBurney. He is on the bench, but he will be getting some game time today. Do not worry. Everyone on the team sheet, both starting and on the bench, will get game time today. As I said, it's a 12-man bench, so it'll be a separate starting 11 to start the second half, and then they probably will rotate the strikers, giving them 30 minutes each. Of course, starting striker at the moment is Enis Destan. And he's another player that we're going to see return. Of course, spent the second half of last season out on loan. But was still a firm part of the behind the scenes at Hull City, with them FaceTiming Enis Destan, of course, with the whole trip to Wembley and everything. And Burstow and McBurney, the two strikers on the bench, I reckon they're all going to get 30 minutes each, but it will be Destan to start. And it does appear that Konyaspor will be playing in their white kit. White with a little bit of green accent. So it will be Hull City in their home kit to play for this one. The new home kit, that being, with a sponsor on now, which we now know is still Corendon Airlines. Best celebration I've ever seen. You woke me granddad up. You woke me granddad up. That's brilliant. Cheers, mate. Yeah. I keep on getting things pop up on me YouTube when I get mentioned and stuff, and there's a few sort of channels that have been compiling compilations of like fan reactions and stuff that have been putting me into little videos of my reaction to McBurney's winner at Wembley. So yeah, apparently it was a good celebration, is what they're saying. But hopefully there's many more moments of McBurney and Hull City celebrations this coming season, as I'm going on the side of, maybe you can call it deluded optimism, maybe you can call it Hull City are doing the right things, but I have a feeling that they might stay up this season in the Premier League. Of course, enjoy the ride. If they don't, they don't. We weren't meant to be here. We were tipped to be relegated from the Championship last season, rather than being one of the three sides promoted to the Premier League. So enjoy the ride, but I have a feeling they can maybe do it. They can maybe stay up. If they keep going as they're going, if they keep progressing as they're progressing, with the transfer business, and of course with the managerial staff, Sergei Kievich, we saw the wonders he did last season. If he does it this season, can we call him Jesus? Who knows? But the Hull City players are now coming out, of course, with the new home kit, which is what they're wearing. Not the Premier League numbers on the back, of course, because oh no, they are the Premier League numbers, I believe, but no nameplates, which is usually what we see in pre-season, especially for Hull City, where it's just numbers, no names. But we'll quickly run through the Hull City starting 11 one final time before things do kick underway. A little bit delayed from the delayed kickoff that we were promised. So Hull City will be starting out with Jack Butland between the sticks, a back four of Cody Drammer, Paddy McNair, Cathal McCarthy, Matty Jacob, Oscar Zambrano, Darko Jaby and Abdul Shamir in the central midfield. David Akintola, Abu Kamara and Enis Destan up top, with a bench lineup of Dylan Phillips, Louis Coyle, Semi Ajay, John Egan, Ryan Giles, Regan Slater, Matt Crooks, Kieran Dow, Mohamed Balloumi, Liam Miller, McBurney and Mason Burstow. That completes Hull City's full starting lineup and bench for this game. How long is it delayed for now? The teams are on the field. The referees have just led them out. And it seems they're ready to do the usual, go down the line, handshakes and everything. And a very nice touch there. They have, of course, got the little flag things that they tend to give over to each other, two captains, just to signify the meeting of two international sides. Passion indeed. I bet over 3.5 total game. Do I have a little chance of winning? Yeah, it's a pre-season friendly. You don't really know how it's going to sway. If it was full season build-up, maybe. But you'd probably bet Hull City might get a 4-0 thumping done. But, of course, it's Hull City at the end of the day. So we will certainly see. We'll stay up 100 at the back. Stay up 100, back the manager to get us over the line, up the Premier League Tigers. Up the Premier League Tigers indeed, Lee. I feel the same way, that they are going to stay up. Can't see live chat, might just be my phone. I think that if you just click on YouTube on your phone, it should say the live chat next to it. When's it starting, bro? It is starting in, I'm going to guess, a minute. The referee is out in the centre circle. He's got one of them little microphones as well. So there may be a little bit of VAR going on here. Of course, that is another thing that Hull City do have for this upcoming season. They do have VAR at the MKM Stadium, which is another thing that they might be trying to factor into their pre-season to get them ready for it. Where's the game? The game is on Tigers Plus. And it is starting right about... My timing was a bit off. Start in a second. It will certainly start in a second. We're delayed. Score prediction. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for the Tigers. Still stick with it. Yeah, working again now. Lovely stuff. Cajun Chicken. What a nice name. Well, things have kicked underway. Konyaspor do get us firing underway as they go back towards their defensive lineup. And Hull City start to press out into a bit more of a shape. So as I say, this is the chance to get eyes on players, to get eyes on fitness levels, and see who could maybe provide for Hull City, who could maybe be a surprise package for the Tigers this season. As we've said, there are some players to have key eyes on, as Hull City do win the ball back, just foul down there. I believe that was Zambrano who was just fouled down. Of course, numbers but no names, so it's going to be a bit of a guessing game on some plays, but I believe that was Zambrano with the number 20 shirt. I believe that he was wearing the number 20 when he was at City before. Konyaspor trying to go forwards. Matty Jacob come powering through. Referee says that he fouled, and it's going to be an early yellow card there for Matty Jacob as he comes through, tackling in the first minute on one of the Konyaspor forward men. He's still down holding his knee as Matty Jacob is just sent away after being given the yellow card. We'll watch a replay of the tackle. Matty Jacob gets the ball, clears it away, and then it seems like the player trips over Matty Jacob's backwards leg. So I'm not fully convinced on that one. But there will be a free kick to come. Once this player does receive a bit of treatment. A yellow card and a friendly game's gone. There we go. Please do your Ollie McFucking Bernie if he scores. We'll see. We might save it for special occasions, but we will see. But yeah, very interesting there. Early stages yellow card for Matty Jacob. Of course, doesn't mean anything too much. But it was a very interesting tackle to get yellow card, especially early on. I could maybe see him calling the foul, although Matty Jacob did clearly get the ball, win it away. Follow leg, player went over. Okay, you can maybe call it a foul. It's a pre-season friendly. I'm not going to get too bogged down on it. But the yellow card, I think, was a bit too far. What you're watching on, please? Tigers Plus. Yeah, it seems to be a very, very nice dispossession slide from Matty Jacob. Of course, Matty Jacob is one of the players that maybe his future at Hull City is in a bit of lingering doubts. With, of course, the signing of Matt Target. Sorry, Matt Target, not Matty Target. It's Matty Jacob and Matt Target. There we go. With the signing of Matt Target and the imminent signing of Elliot Stroud, of course. Elliot Stroud isn't a full-out left-back. He's a left wing-back. Can play left wing as well. Is unsure on what Matty Jacob's situation is. Because, of course, there is a Ryan Giles in the squad. There's now a Matt Target and there is soon-to-be an Elliot Stroud. It might be a case where Matty Jacob's time at Hull City does come to an end this summer, but he is playing now. Early yellow card, though. Ball in. First block there from Jack Butland. He gets down well from the free kick. Down to his right side. Blocks it, parries it away. Hull City do well to get it cleared out. And it's Abu Kamara chasing on. The ball does eventually go back to the Konyaspor keeper. And they'll build out from the back. Nice bit of work there from Jack Butland in his first little bit of action for Hull City. Gets down, blocks, parries away the free kick shot from Konyaspor. And not too bad starting off there from Jack Butland. We'll just watch the replay of this. Free kick whipped in. And straight on the flight, he follows it the full way. And gets down well. Parries it away. Nice work there from Jack Butland. We knew that when he was coming into Hull City that his shot blocking and his saves will certainly play up in the Premier League, and it seems to be playing up already in this game so far. Abu Kamara just taken down to a knee as Darko Jabu trying to play a ball into him. Konyaspor will now try and come forwards. That's brilliant work there from Oscar Zambrano to dispossess the Konyaspor man who's down on the deck still. But Hull City will play on as the referee says no foul this instance. So really nice work there from Oscar Zambrano. He's done well. Hull City will just stop the play as the player is still down on the decks there for Konyaspor. Player number 99 for them. But really nice work from Oscar Zambrano. He's had two brilliant bits of work there. Just clears straight underneath the player as he's trying to scuttle over Zambrano and cleans the ball out from underneath him. That's really nice work there from still the young midfielder. Is the game start? It has started. We're nearly 6 minutes into this game. But really nice work there from Zambrano. He's going to be someone to certainly watch this pre-season, but I think this season for Hull City in the Premier League, I think he's going to be one of them players that can make the huge jump up as Hull City go forwards with a header from Abu Kamara. He just takes a wicked deflection and ends up back with the keeper. But Abu Kamara, he's trying to turn some heads as well. He's someone that could possibly be on their way out before pre-season is done for Hull City. But he's trying to fight for his spot either at Hull City or at another club right now. He's trying to show what he's got. As Hull City going to progress forward. Zambrano out to the left-hand side. It's now with David Akintola. Akintola back with Paddy McNair. It's now with Oscar Zambrano. Paddy McNair once again. David Akintola just lets one dribble through. Wasn't read by Enes Destan. It's going to end up back with the Konyaspor keeper. Abu Kamara in 2026 is crazy. Yeah, I doubt that he will be playing a competitive game for Hull City this season. I think that he will be gone. Could possibly be in the next week or two. He's had a few teams showing some interest to Hull City for his efforts. Portsmouth being one of them, one of the early ones. So he could, and a few League One teams as well. So he could be on his way out to a Championship or a League One side ahead of this upcoming campaign. David Akintola does well to dispossess the ball high up the field. He then gets it on the return. There was a foul in the process. And so there's going to be a free kick there for Konyaspor. Their players down on the deck holding his face. Not fully sure on what happened as I was too busy watching the action on the field. It just seems that Darko Jaby, as he was trying to lay the ball back to his teammate, just catches the Konyaspor man with his hand in the face. So another stoppage here early on in this game as the medical staff come on. We're not even 10 minutes into this game, and I think we've only seen 2 minutes worth of actual football due to the amount of stoppage due to injuries. But everything is fine, and we're back underway now. As the Konyaspor goalkeeper was going to take this free kick, take it long. He decides to run back, let the defender take it. He's going to pass it upfield. There's a little slip there, but Konyaspor still managed to recover and play on. Trying for a ball over the top. Headed back upfield by Hull City. Looking for Darko JB, doesn't quite get there. It now ends up at Matty Target. It's with Paddy McNair now for Hull City. Over to Cahill McCarthy. He's got options either side of him. He's going to go to Paddy McNair on his left. McNair. Oh, trying to get up this left-hand side now for Hull City. Doesn't quite happen. So they're going to go for the long over switch ball to the right. Abu Kamara nods it on for Abdushamer. Back towards Abu Kamara. The ball to Abu Kamara is a bit too much and he's unable to control it. It ends up back with Konyaspor here, who are now going to send the ball back up the field, up their end. Ball takes a deflection off of Cahill McCarthy and he's going to send it all the way back towards Jack Butland. Till now, who is better? Hard to tell. Hull City are probably edging the better side, but there's not been too much actual football played so far. It's been a little bit stop and start due to some injuries and some tackles. We are the best Konyaspor. Seems like we've got a Konyaspor fan in the mix. Oh, wow. It looks like there's an early substitution for Konyaspor. And yes, not fully sure. It seems to be the player that was taken out by the Matty Jacob sliding challenge. And so there's going to be an early change there for Konyaspor, 10 minutes in. Did you watch much of the World Cup? I did. Big fan of the World Cup. There's going to be a corner now for Hull City. Konyaspor is the greatest. I'll take your word. I'm more of a Hull City fan myself. Where do you watch it? Tigers Plus. It is on Rupert. Corner kick coming now for Hull City. It's over on that far side. Looks like it's going to be Paddy McNair who's going to be whipping it in. So Paddy McNair to take this corner kick for Hull City. Whipped in right on the sort of 6-yard box. Headed back into the mix trying to go is Oscar Zambrano. He's going to try and run out to try and keep the ball in play. Ball just slips out. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Oscar Zambrano so far though. He was racing down that ball to try and keep it in play there. Showing the bit of pace that he's got as well. He's not a slow CDM. He's got some pace about him. And he seems like he's going to be a very worthwhile asset to Hull City. Of course, let's not forget it's a 4-year deal on what he's in at Hull City for. Throw in by Konyaspor, met by the head of Cahill McCarthy. It's then going to be a little bit of head of tennis. For Hull City do come away with Darko JB. Referee pulls up for a foul. Not fully convinced on that one. Yeah, it's not great officiating, I'm gonna admit so far. It's also a pre-season friendly, let's take it with a grain of salt, but it's not the greatest. A little bit stop and start. Is there any players you didn't know about who played in the World Cup City should go for? Well, other than the players that we've been linked with, not fully. I'm trusting Hull City's recruitment process so far. I'm liking the list that Ajin put out. I'm liking everything so far, so I'm not going to say they should start going after someone else. As the ball, errant pass forwards by Konyaspor meets Abu Kamara. It's now with Abdushamer. Omer tries to lay one for Abu Kamara on the underpass. He tries to get it in the box, blocked by the double defence of Konyaspor. Konyaspor now trying to play one out. And that's going to go out for a corner kick here for City on this near-hand side. Nice work there from Abu Kamara reading the errant pass. And then Abdushamer with a little bit of link-up play there. Will be Abdushamer to take the corner kick here on this near-hand side. Whips in. It's a low one. It is eventually trying to get cleared away by Konyaspor. Hull City do well to recover on it. Looking to go back towards Abdushamer on this right-hand side. Takes a deflection off number 3 for Konyaspor, and it's going to be a throw-in for City on this near-hand touchline. Cody Drama to throw it in towards Enis Destan. Back towards Drama. Omer Kamara. Now with Cody Drameh. Drameh's forced to go back towards Cathal McCarthy, who then plays it across in front of the attacker towards Paddy McNair. Quite a nice little pass under a bit of pressure there from the youngster. Do you think we will get Mbolo? I'm not fully in there on Mbolo. As there is some other clubs interested. I believe Ipswich. Of course, Ipswich are interested. They seem to be going after everyone we're going afterwards. So, yeah. Once I see something a little bit more concrete about Mbolo, I'll be in there on him. But as I say, he's not a bad addition to add into the squad. He's not going to be a needle mover for Hull City this season, but he's not going to be a player that you're going to be shaking your head at Hull City adding in. So Omer just firing the ball over towards Matty Jacob on that left-hand side. Is then forced to go back towards Jack Butland. Something to watch for this pre-season for Jack Butland is his distribution and his footwork. That was one thing Rangers fans seemed to note, that Jack Butland wasn't very good at playing out from the back, distributing with his feet and stuff like that. He's a brilliant shot stopper. We've seen that already in this game. But his footwork will be one to watch out for. It's not been horrendous so far. But he's not been tested too much. And Konyaspor will have a corner kick, as Cody Drameh just blocks one of their crosses from going in. Or it might be a free kick, because on the replay it didn't show that Cody Drameh got a touch on the ball. But according to referee, he did. It's going to be a corner kick for Konyaspor, their first of the game, 15 minutes into this one. We'll see how Hull City can defend from this set piece here. So one thing last season, we saw Hull City slip up a few times when defending from set pieces. Olympiakos goalkeeper to undergo a medical at Hull City. He is doing that today. And then he'll be flying out to meet the team up in Slovenia. Ball whipped in. Headed away by JB. Backed up by Abu Kamara. On it, away goes Darko JB. Forwards for JB. He's in a bit of a foot race there. Decides to go back as support comes upfield for Hull City. Very nice there from Hull City to break away from the defence and to try and go on the counter. Oh, a bit of an errant ball there by Cathal McCarthy, who tries to then recover on it. Doesn't quite happen. Konyaspor are now going to come forwards themselves. They're going to try and send a ball over the top. No one's on there to read that one. And it'll end up with the feet of Jack Butland, who just rolls one out towards Matty Jacob. I need a goal first half, man. Nothing's happening. So yeah, keep an eye on something. But as I say, pre-season fixtures like this, especially early doors, just watching how players work, watching how players move. As we say, I'm impressed with Zambrano so far. He's certainly been a highlight for me so far. And of course, keeping an eye on some of these players that maybe fringe players for Hull City. I'm going to do a video within the near future, maybe this week, or maybe even over the weekend, on the fringe players at Hull City and what could happen. Where's the stream? It's on Tigers Plus. $6.99, I believe it was, for the game. Of course, there is the match pass there. Bit of a reckless challenge there from the Konyaspor man. He goes in for the ball and just lands, studs down on Abdushamir's right ankle. Hopefully everything is okay there with Abdushamir. That is brilliant. I've just noticed that the medical staff are still repping Kappa kit bags. That is brilliant. It seems like they haven't been awarded the Oxen kit bags yet, and so they're still still going out there with the Kappa kit bags for the medical staff. That is brilliant stuff. Little attention to detail there, that I'm sure they'll be looking to rectify very soon. Of course, Oxen being the new kit manufacturer for Hull City, and of course they are supplying everything: training kit, leisure wear, all the stuff. Morita didn't play in the World Cup because of injury. Hope he isn't injured too often. He seems to be a man that has put up decent appearance numbers throughout his season. Doesn't seem like someone that goes down injured too often. So it's not one that is to worry about. Of course, he passes medical. So that means that he is presumably nearing full return. Omer faking an injury so he can play in the Prem. That would certainly be a move, wouldn't it be? Wouldn't it, Bill? But yeah, Morita. As I was saying the other day, I think that he will be ready to kick underway for the Premier League season. Questions are just turning now to Omer. We are saying him faking an injury so he can play in the Prem. Still down on the decks, receiving some treatment on that ankle that did get studs on. He's now getting helped up. Let's hope that he can play on. They will be mauled by the Tigers. Love it. We'll see how many times this season we can see. We can sing mauled by the Tigers against Premier League opposition. So Omer just making his way off the field. Of course, after receiving some treatment on the field, you do have to depart for a minimum of 30 seconds. And that is, of course, at the referee's discretion. And we will wait to see if he does continue or if a man does come on to take his place. Sadly, it won't let me buy. That's very, it's very strange. You're more than welcome to stay here on the watch long, of course. Ball goes long for City, looking for Abu Kamara. He's unable to control it down. Konyaspor's man there picks it up. He's just in a bit of a battle there with Abu Kamara. Tries to play one away. City still pouncing on it. No full breakaway there. And it's with Darko JB. JB nibbling at his heels is number 99 for Konyaspor. And that's a foul. And it's going to be a free kick here for Hull City. Number 99 there. He's quite a big, strong lad. Seems like he's someone to watch out for in this one. 3-0 Hull, Super Jack Butland with a clean sheet. I would love a 3-0 Hull win with Super Jack Butland clean sheet. He's looked alright so far. Called into action once with a save, and his footwork hasn't been horrendous. Ball whipped in, and that's gone far too far. Paddy McNair with the free kick. And it's gone straight back out for a goal kick. I was going to pay, I lost track of the time. Now there's no point paying, so I'll just stay up to date who's been the better team. It's probably been Hull City. It's been a very, very stop-start affair for the first 22 minutes now. But Hull City certainly have looked the better side. As they are now on the breakaway forwards again. Ball just got out of play there. David Akintola, just unfortunate in that instance. So ball thrown in there from Konyaspor. They're going to try and play it upfield now. You're going to get past Cody Drammer. Going forward still is Konyaspor. Out wide to the right-hand side. Konyaspor in a bit of an attacking advantage. Into the box. Headed away by, I believe that was Enis Destan of Hull City. And then goes out of play for a Konyaspor throw-in. They'll take it quick, throw it in. Trying to get it back into the mixer. Doesn't quite happen, so they're going to go back towards their defensive lineup. Premier League Tigers. Premier League Tigers indeed. We are Premier League. Love it. So, believe Hull City are still playing a man down. Omer hasn't come back on. Oh, they're not playing a man down. Who's come on? Nathan Tinsdale has just come on. He was not named on the team sheet at all, Nathan Tinsdale. Of course, he will still be out there training with the team. One of them academy players that's... Well, you can call him a fringe player, I guess, Nathan Tinsdale. Someone who's been around the first team, certainly last season, for certain spells. But he has come on for Abdushamir. So we'll see how Nathan Tinsdale can do in this one. A little bit of a surprise appearance for the Hull City youngster. Destan with a hat-trick. Is that what you're going for, the Rand GK? I would... it would certainly be a sight if Enes Destan got a hat-trick, especially considering he's probably going to only play 30 minutes. Be a very interesting sight. But forwards come now Konyaspor. See how Hull City can defend that one. They try and play the ball in. Blocked and sent out for another corner kick. Paddy McNair with the block that time. Watching on Tigers Plus or Firestick. Tigers Plus here. I like Tinsdale last pre-season. He did well. He certainly did well last pre-season, Nathan Tinsdale. Shot up from someone that was just a player in the under-21s to someone that majority of the Hull City fans now know who Nathan Tinsdale is. So certainly someone to keep an eye on this pre-season, see how he does. Ball whipped in now from Konyaspor, very deep. Headed back into the mixer by Konyaspor. Away by City. Konyaspor still on it. Coming through, David Akintola, cleaning out the legs. And that will be, I believe, a foul in the box. Cathal McCarthy just holding his face. He did seem to just collide heads with one of the Konyaspor men when going up for a header in the box. And so it's a free kick inside of Hull City's penalty area, which Jack Butland will be taking. Is Sergei the Bosnian king? He is the Bosnian king, prince, ruler, leader, everything. He is a god among men, we'll call him. Yeah. Throw in there for Konyaspor on the halfway line at the other side of the pitch. They're going to now kick it forwards. Taken down there by one of their forward men. Played into the area. Hull City do well to recover. Pick up the ball for themselves and now decide to go forwards down this right-hand side. Chasing on it is Nathan Tinsdale. It's beyond his reach. Can't do anything with that one. That was the first little bit of a look at Nathan Tinsdale this pre-season. Of course, a bit of a, as we said, a surprise cameo. Sergei runs the Bosnian Mafia. Love it. Why was Hadzim Mitrovic not used in the World Cup? I believe he did get a little bit of game time. I'm not 100% sure, actually. I know he was in the Bosnian team. But of course, Amir is no longer a Hull City player. Was only here on loan last season. And Hull City are not looking to explore to bring him back. But Hull City are on the attack right now. Ball with Zambrano. Over towards Drama on this near-hand side. Up the field to now Abu Kamara. Back to Drama. Infield towards Zambrano. Zambrano moves into a bit of space. Places it to Nathan Tinsdale. Whipped into the box. It's deep. It meets the Enes Destan. And it's in the back of the net. There is your Enes Destan goal. Very nice bit of work there from City. It's the surprise man Nathan Tinsdale who whips it into the box. And Enes Destan heads it home to bring in City's first goal of the pre-season. And a nice little bit of teamwork there from City. A little bit of a feed and play there with Drama Zambrano. Zambrano who moved into the space to feed off Tinsdale. And then Tinsdale with the perfect ball whipping it towards Destan, who's at the back post. Or sorry, around the penalty spot, I should say. who heads it towards the back post. And that's a nice little worked goal there for City. 1-0 Tigers, and your Destan hat-trick seems to be on. Let me change the score on the screen. And good work there from City. Good work indeed. Tinsdale on. Not even 5 or so minutes. And one of his first bits of action is a assist. City still going forwards. Ooh! That was a very reckless challenge there from the Konyaspor man. He comes straight through the legs of David Akintola. It's a free kick for Hull City just outside of the area pretty centrally. I think he might have gone in studs up a little bit. I'll just wait for a bit of a better angled replay. If we're going to get it. I don't think we are. Referee, I don't think he's brandished a card for that one. But it was a little bit of a reckless challenge there from the Konyaspor man. It will be a chance to see how Hull City can go for the attack on the free kick. Very centrally. Not too far outside of the penalty area. That's made your day. Love that, love that. I'm really glad we didn't sign Emerson. I hope this doesn't come to backfire us. I don't think it will. It was a yellow card for that challenge, by the way. Just been announced. Strike from McNair. He follows it up. And that one's wide. McNair shoots from the free kick. Hits the wall. Back out to him. And then catches it on the half volley. Drags that one wide. So goal kick now for Konyaspor. Yeah, I'm not upset about the Emerson deal, especially seeing how high the price got and how much Ipswich paid for him. I have a feeling that he's going to be one of them players that could possibly flop for Ipswich this upcoming season, or he could have the season of wonders and we'll be looking at the deal and going, why didn't we do it? But I'm not repulsed by us turning him away. Coming to Tigers indeed. We need to bring Estepinian back or João Pedro. I don't think so. I think the club's moved on from where we were when we had Estepinian and Pedro. And with McBurney and then the other striker options that Hull City are looking to bring in this summer, I think that we have maybe that department covered. An offside call there from David Akintola. So it'll be a free kick for Konyaspor. Hull City 1-0 leading this one, of course, after the Destan header. David Akintola, a couple of generous paces offside. And there we go, we've reached the 31-minute mark. That's the first rotation we talked about at the striker. Mason Burstow is coming on for Enis Destan. So Destan got his one goal. Unfortunately, he's not going to get his hat-trick. And so there'll be a chance to see Mason Burstow in a run out here. Of course, Burstow, I'm still lingering on the thing that he is going to join Bolton on a permanent deal, or he's going to leave Hull City in some capacity. I do feel he will return towards Bolton. Had a fantastic season out on loan there last season, and the fans seem to love him out there. And I don't think he's fully in Hull City's plans this season. Of course, when you look at the striking options Hull City do have, you've just seen one of the men already in Enis Destan. You've got another man, Ollie McBurney, on the bench who's going to get some game time later on. And then you've got the targets that they're trying to bring in. So I think Burstow is basically on the outside looking in this season for City. Maybe that could be to help Hull City, though, bringing in some money for his transfer move away, which will help certainly towards funding this Premier League campaign. Giles McBurney second half. We're certainly going to see the return of McGiles second half. We don't need Emerson because we've got McBurney. We've got Super McBurney indeed. We do. I think there's going to be 3 goals in this game. I can see it. Early stages, but I'm not fully sure. What kit are they wearing? They are wearing the new home kit. As Konyaspor are wearing their all-white kit. So to wear the away kit would be stupid in this one for Hull City, because it'd be a a nightmare for me to try and guess who's who. Should be able to make good profit on Mason. I think so. Am I right in thinking Sergey hasn't lost a preseason game yet with Hull City? He's not. We went undefeated last preseason. Of course, that was Sergey Kiric's only preseason with Hull City. And this being the first preseason game, yeah, so undefeated at the moment. Oh, a nice little turn there from Abu Kamara to get away from his man. And now Hull City going forwards. Plays it over towards Zambrano. Out wide to David Akintola now. Up on that left-hand side. Akintola in towards Zambrano. Back towards Cathal McCarthy. It would be amazing if the Frankfurt game was played at Frankfurt ground. It would be. But unfortunately, that's... We're not that high quality of a team. I don't think that Frankfurt want to be wasting their ground on us. But hopefully we can still get a good, decent run out. I believe it's at their under-21s ground. So it's still a decent run. It wasn't Lincoln closed doors. I'm not sure, actually. But anyway. Forward going for City. It's with Zambrano in the midfield. Does well to shield the ball from his man. Say, I'm really liking the stuff from Zambrano so far. Ball out towards Drama on this right-hand side. He's forced to go back. Does well to keep the ball away from his man. Plays it over towards Paddy McNair. Frankfurt are a quality side, to be fair. They certainly are. It will be a very good, interesting test to see how Hull City can shape up for that one. And as well with the Nice game following back at the MKM Stadium. I bet that there is under 3 goals. Do you think I got it or do I cash out? I'm not fully sure. I'm not going to advise you on betting situations, but it's 1-0. 36 minutes gone in this one, so I'll let you decide. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But I predicted a 3-1 win for Hull City. We're 1-0 up at the moment, so take it as you will. Hey bro, what shirt number is Oscar Zambrano using? He's using the number 20 shirt, which is, I believe, the shirts that he wore when he was at Hull City last time, a couple of seasons ago. Konyaspor looking to go over the top. They do so. There's a bit of space on the left-hand side for their man. He's going to go down the line, shielded off by Dramet, played it into the box. Konyaspor still with the ball. Out towards the edge of the area. Switching it over towards the right-hand side goes Konyaspor now. Laying it back. Going more central. Still trying to keep this attacking play and go Konyaspor. Whipping it into the box. Header. And that one's going to dribble out for a Jack Butland goal kick. If anyone sees you in the streets and shouts it's Ollie McFucking-Burney, it'll probably be me. That'll be brilliant. Brilliant stuff. Yes, I can't put the game on the screen due to copyright rules. It's the same with anyone. It's not just a thing for me. You can't stream someone else's content, so that's copyright. But forward comes City. Edge of the area, Darko JB. Nathan Tinsdale tries to feed one through for Mason Burstow. Burstow didn't read the ball coming through from Tinsdale. And it's going to go straight through to Konyaspor keeper. So Konyaspor going to switch it over to his near hand side. Going to play it along their back line here. 38 minutes into this one. Hull City still leading 1-0 through Destan's header. And I've got to say my shining man at the moment is Oscar Zambrano. Oh, Nathan Tinsdale does really well there to play the ball off number 89 and work a throw-in for Hull City. Does really well there. So throw in an attacking area. Cody Drama comes chasing through in towards the area. Drama still on the ball. Still on it. Lays it back. Oh, and it's nearly a goal there for Hull City for Abu Kamara. He's unfortunate to not get a clean connection on it. Konyaspor still on the ball here. Nathan Tinsdale just unfortunately shoves over the Konyaspor man. And that's going to be a free kick for the Turkish Super League side. So good chance there from Cody Drama. He gets all the way down to the byline, plays the cutback ball. Abu Kamara gets a little touch on it from his back heel. But it's not enough to steer it goalwards, and then Konyaspor are able to deal with it from that. Tozlakis would be an unreal signing, certainly would be. To have him as your starting goalkeeper, Butland as your number 2, with both of them competing match to match for game time. It'll be a brilliant situation for Hull City to be in. Konyaspor still trying to pass out from the back here. City applying that pressure. They're getting a bit more into the swing of things now. Ball forwards. Laid over towards Darko JB. It's with Burstow. He tries to shoot. It's with JB again. JB, a few men around him. He goes for the shot. And that's going to be a slow dribbling bounce to the Konyaspor goalkeeper. JB's been a little bit of everywhere in the midfield in this game. Maybe got a little bit of something to prove ahead of this season for Hull City. Try and get himself some game time in the Premier League. Konyaspor forwards. Jack Butland with an unreal save. He drops his legs down, and that's a second save for Butland in this game, and arguably better than the first one. Close range for Konyaspor, one-on-one situation. And Butland does well to brilliantly read the shot there. From number 19, gets down and gets it off his knee to deflect it away. And it's out. The follow-up shot then goes away for a goal kick. Brilliant work there from Jack Butland. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far for Hull City's new goalkeeper. Hull City are back up the other end of the field, trying to get things going. Ball eventually unfortunately does go out of play. It's going to be a throw in there for Konyaspor. As we just saw then, the second half players are just getting warmed up behind the Hull City goal. So we said it's a 12-man bench. One of whom was Burstow, who's now on the field, getting his 30 minutes of game time at striker. And then the second half starting 11 also on the bench there, which we will run through at half time. Super Jacky Butland. Certainly pulled out the stops already in this game. And whoever said that he was on, they would like to see him get a clean sheet, seems to be that case at the moment. Of course, he will be switched over with Dylan Phillips at half time. And we'll see what Phillips has got to prove this pre-season for Hull City. How's Butland looking? He's looking good. He is looking good. We seriously do need a better right back and a right centre back though. Yeah. I think right back may be the position that Hull City skip on this pre-season. That maybe are going to stick it out with Louis Coyle, Cody Drama. But I can see them bringing in another centre-half. Although, I don't think Hull City are going to be completely dissuaded if they do start the season with the centre-half options that they do have at the moment. Of course, that all being if Charlie Hughes is back fit and ready. Dylan Phillips is the real GOAT. The true ones know. The true ones know. Couple of minutes left of this half. Of course, if they are going to do injury time, there'll be a little decent chunk of it through the early stoppages in this half, but we'll see. Sometimes in pre-season friendlies, they don't always do stoppage time. A ball over the top for Konyaspor, and that's going to be a handball. The ball just got in front of the number 19 for Konyaspor, and instead of letting it just bounce in front of him and go out for the throw-in, he just decides to throw his hand at it and gets a connection. So it's going to be a free kick there for Hull City. They're going to try and fire it forwards. It goes straight to the feet of a Konyaspor man. Wasted effort there from Hull City. Nathan Tinsdale tries to come through and sweep the ball back up for City, but Konyaspor still have it. Working their way into City's half now. City still trying to apply that pressure and dispossess them, though. Who scored? It was Enis Destan. Enis Destan from a header. Tinsdale got the assist as he whips it in. Ball over the top for Konyaspor, met by Cody Drammer. And I believe it might have been an offside call there for the big hulking forward for Konyaspor, which we've talked about, number 99. Seems to be struggling a little bit in this game for them. So Jack Butland with the ball at his feet. He's going to roll it forwards. Plays the pass up the midfield. And that's an errant pass there. Luckily, the Konyaspor man, it gets a deflection off. Then ends up with the City man. But that's the first little glimpse that we've had at Jack Butland's footwork not being ace perfect, which was the reports from Rangers when we signed him. Brilliant shot stopper, which we've seen so far, but his footwork leaves bits to be desired. But ball over the top from City. It then does go out for a throw-in, but all the way back at the touchline for Konyaspor. So everyone's going to move up the field for City, as Konyaspor will have the throw-in to take place on this near-hand touchline. Right up in their own half, though. Throw-in coming here for Konyaspor. We are over the 45 now. I'm not seeing any official wording on how much stoppage time, so we'll keep going until the referee blows his whistle, I guess. Forward going Konyaspor, back out wide to his left-hand side. Coming forwards is that number 99. Ball does just go out of play before he can play the backwards ball. That's going to be a goal kick there for Jack Butland. Just feeds it over towards Cathal McCarthy. Hull City get going underway. Would you agree that Sergei's unsackable this season? I think he's earned it. I would say that he's earned it. I would say that he is. But with Adjan in charge, if Hull City go on a bit of a terrage stretch, I can maybe see him getting sacked. But I will probably edge on the side that I don't think that Sergei will get sacked this season. Because that is also me saying I don't think that Hull City will go on a terrage stretch where they'll lose 10 games on a bounce. I think that Hull City are going to do... They're not going to do the likes of what someone have done. I'm not expecting European football by the end of the season, but I'm expecting survival. I'm expecting Sergei Kievich to do his thing. So, we will see. But I'm going to urge on the side that I do think that Sergei Kievich will be in his job at the end of the season. We'll see if that means that he's still the manager to come the season afterwards. Oh, Abu Kamara tries to snatch the ball off number 3 there for Konyaspor and break away with it. He's just fouled down there, and Abu Kamara holding on to his right ankle. Hopefully nothing too serious in that one there. Doesn't seem like there was too much done on his ankle other than a little kick on it. I don't think we survived, but Sergei's literally a king. Well, there we go, glimpse. As I say, deluded optimism always runs wild here on the HullCityFanCentral YouTube channel. I'll be so upset if he gets sacked. I think all Hull City fans will be, certainly after the season that we've just had, with Sergei Kievich being at the epicentre of it all. Yeah. Hopefully we come 17th. Hopefully we do. I mean, I wouldn't say no to us finishing higher. So, we will see. I think we might have a small chance, but I hope we do stay up. I hope we do indeed. When Sergei was a kid, he once cut an onion and made an onion cry. Brilliant stuff. Oh. Who's excited for new season? I am excited for it, Jacob. I think everyone is. It's turn to Premier League football for Hull City. And coming off the back of one of the best, most enjoyable seasons in Hull City's history. Yeah, I'll say best with asterisks, because there has been some fantastic seasons in Hull City's history, but one of the more enjoyable ones, we will say. It will be Paddy McNair to take this free kick once again. It's out on this near-hand side, so it's going to be a whipping-in ball. Whips it in, back post. Not able to get on anyone's head. And the referee's going to put the whistle to his lips. And that will be half-time. So, half-time, 1-0 Hull City. Of course, the Enis Destan goal is the only thing that separates the sides at the moment. Hull City 1, Konyaspor 0 away in Slovenia. And we'll take this moment, I guess, to talk through the squad, because only be Mason Burstow that will get a little bit of a run out at the start of the second half. The rest of them are done for the day, because it will be a completely different lineup to start the second half. My favourite ever season was the 2023-24 season. That was a good season. If that season ended the way that last season ended, now that would be the season of dreams. Hello, Jake. No, mine is this. This upcoming season is going to be your favourite season. Let's hope. Let's hope that Hull City can do wonders this season and can defy the odds once again. We've still got all of the Dare to Dream banners. Why not use them again? Dare to Dream again. So let's break it down a bit, because we've got 15 minutes. So of course there was the one goal for Hull City, 2 shots on target for both teams. But we saw some super work from Jack Butland between the sticks. So, lineup-wise, let's go through. We'll talk a bit about each player. Jack Butland, we've seen some nice good from him. Glimpse. Ultimately, our best season is the 2013-2014 season. Yeah. But the 25-26 and the 07-08 are on par. Certainly, for pure fan experience, all 3 of them are up there. Can you give me a shout out? I certainly can, the Rand GK. Who's got a season ticket at Hull? I do, my friend. Have done for a number of years now. Dating back to 2011, 2010. Yeah. City through and through. So, yes, it is Butland was between the sticks. Some decent stops, some decent saves. I think we're going to see some nice stuff from Jack Butland this season. And of course, with the reports coming out from Tolakis, from Athens in Greece, Olympiakos, he's not going to be starting goalkeeper, I don't think, in the Premier League. But if and when he's called upon, he's going to do a decent job. And save-wise, fantastic. Distribution, it was okay. There was that one errant pass we talked about. Didn't come to bite them in the bum, and other than that, it seemed to work all right. Cody Drama, saw some all right stuff from Drama down that right side. Be interesting to see how Coyle does on the other end of things. Of course, that'll be the 2 right backs to watch out for Hull City this upcoming season. But Drama didn't do too bad in this one. Certainly got forwards in elements, and he got about. He played some correct balls. He got back, did his defensive jobs. He held off some men. Maybe could have been a little bit more, I don't want to say risky, but going in for them challenges a bit more when he's back defending. He seemed to be a bit holding off on his men, allowing them to do their thing a little bit more. So maybe going in on that a little bit more. But of course, it's pre-season. Not going to go against him too much on that. Paddy McNair, not fully convinced about Paddy McNair being a set-piece taker. The free kicks and the corners didn't fully work out for him in this one, but yeah, it's Paddy McNair, did well defensively. Can't complain too much. Catherine McCarthy, didn't see an awful lot from him in this one, to be fair. I got back, I did a little bit of defensive duty, played the ball about a bit, but didn't get too much of the action there, and that one's still somewhat to watch out for Catherine McCarthy. Of course, he's on the radar of some other Premier League clubs as well, still being quite young, Catherine McCarthy. Matty Jacob, he did all right down that left-hand side. Of course, got the yellow card for the challenge early on. Recovered from it and kept going, so didn't do too bad. Zambrano, he's, as I've said, my man that I favoured that half. It was fantastic to see him back in that midfield, a breath of fresh air, really. Did wonders working the ball around, working around his men. It seemed to be effortless for him. The ball gluing to his foot at some points and playing out the right passes, moving into the space to allow other players to move into new opened up areas, and him moving into that space allowed Nathan Tinsdale to run on to get the ball to then play it in. So Zambrano was ultimately at the reason why Hull City were able to get that ball into Destan for their goal. Darko JB, as I say, he was pretty much everywhere in the midfield. He was running about. He was looking like he had something to prove, so quite like that from Darko JB so far. Abdeshmer, of course, subbed off, but the little bit of stuff we saw was okay. He got forwards, a little bit reckless at times in some of his balls and some of his touches, but it wasn't horrendous. David Akintola, it's David Akintola at the end of the day. You know what you're getting there with David Akintola. Yeah, he offside once, I think, and managed to play a couple of decent balls forwards and get into some good spaces. Abu Kamara wasn't horrendous in all things considering. Got forwards, had a few chances, maybe could have scored that little one that he only got a little touch on, but not going to complain too much on that one because I don't think he expected the ball to come into him. So decent work there from Kamara. Look to see how he improves if he does get another chance at Hull City, because he could very well be on the way out to a League One Championship club in the coming days, coming weeks. So we'll keep an eye on Abu Kamara on that standpoint. Of course, Enis Destan as well. Destan grabbed the goal. We'll say that's all right, and did okay forwards. He's that sort of type of striker where he's not going to see too much of the action, but he will throw his size about a bit. Of course, got the header goal and was in there doing his bits. Of course, then subbed on, we'd have Nathan Tinsdale, a bit of a surprise, subbing on to come on for Abdeshmer, who we'll hope isn't too much injured, but we'll of course get reports and updates on that one as the preseason camp unfolds. But Nathan Tinsdale, very, very nice stuff. Of course, got the assist, and seems like he's building on from the success that he had last preseason for City into this preseason, and looking like he's got maybe something to prove to maybe be an outside looking in on some matches for City this upcoming season, or certainly get a move away on loan to a possible Championship club next season, or this upcoming season, League One Championship club. Might be a nice little move for Nathan Tinsdale, and of course Mason Bairstow coming on towards the end. Didn't see an awful lot of him in the little bit of a cameo towards the back end of that half. Only got 15 minutes of a run out. He's going to get another 15 minutes at the start of the second half, I reckon. And it wasn't awful. Maybe we'd like to see him in a bit more successful places and use that pace a little bit more, as we saw him use last season at Bolton. But we'll certainly keep an eye on it. So that is the lineup. Starting the second half, it will be Dillon Phillips between the sticks. Louis Curl, Semi Ajayi, John Egan, Ryan Giles as the defensive lineup. Slater, Crooks, Dowell in the midfield. Balumi, Miller, and up top to start will be Bairstow, and then McBurney will come on in 15 minutes time, I will reckon, in that position. So what are we saying? 19th place is your prediction. Let's see. What's a more impressive championship promotion than the 2025-26 Hull team in terms of underdogs? Certainly there. Man U game, I'm hoping the score will be 1-1. I certainly hope it will be. We are certainly the underdogs. Come on City, Chelsea boy from London, but my family is from Hull, my mum's side. I hope you guys do really well. I watched you guys get promoted. You deserved it. Bit of rivals for the Yorkshire Derby, Leeds. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see Hull City against Leeds this upcoming season in two Yorkshire derbies. I cry if Coyle starts. Don't get me wrong, he's a great captain, but come on, every Prem winger will run rings around him. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can see that. I think that it is a valid assumption that Coyle might be a bit out of his depth in the Premier League, but I mean, you can only really see who makes that step up. As we've been talking about this pre-season on the channel, who is going to make the step up. You can talk about these players that are going to be surefires for Hull City next season, but are they going to make that step up to the Premier League? We certainly need another right back. Can't depend on Coyle and Drama to stay healthy. That's another thing as well. Drama's had a bit of an injury concern. Coyle has a little bit as well. He has battled through majority of his stuff, to be fair to him, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, we're going to see Saka taking on Louis Coyle this season. What do you think about Zambrano? Loved him so far in this game. What do you think about the transfer window? It's getting going now, isn't it? It's getting going. It was a slow one. Always is for us to start off with. It's getting going. I'm liking the deals that we're being linked with and the deals that they are gone through so far. So, not bad. Who is the first player to be out for the season? It might be Omar, depending on that. He did walk off the field, but we will see on the little bit of ankle injury that it's picked up there. When's Elliot Mataso back? Elliot Mataso will probably not play any football for Hull City this season. Of course, out with his second ACL and at the back end of last season. And so I reckon that Hull City will not risk him. Early stages he could be back will be the end of this season, but I don't think the Hull City will risk him. I think the next time we will see Elliot Mataso is the 27-28 season for Hull City, or maybe not even again for Hull City, so we'll see. But hopefully, it's a bit of a sad one there for Elliot Mataso, unless he does miraculously and recovers quickly and gets back up to match fitness soon. But I doubt it. Kamara always looks skillful but lightweight. Yeah, he's got a little bit of skill about him. He did have some skillful moments, but yeah, I don't know. He just needs to be a bit more confident on the ball, I think. Hi guys. Hi Rob Willow. According to Baz Cooper, the second half team gets 30 minutes today, but gets the first hour on Tuesday, and the first half team gets the final 30 on Tuesday. Interesting, Matthew. We will we'll look at that. With Coyle, everyone said the same about Ricketts and Dawson, and they did okay. Yeah, it's seeing how players perform and how players do. Starting the season with Coyle right back, it's not going to be the end of the world. The transfer window stretches into the early stages of the season, so there is a chance to try and pick someone else up at that point. And also, you do have the giant transfer window to try and pick someone up. Slow windows aren't a bad thing. We're just not signing randoms. That's certainly it. Kamara won't stay. I don't think he will. Do you think Kamara will go to Portsmouth? Portsmouth seem to be the favourites so far, but a couple of League One sides and Championship sides are sniffing around, so it's just a case of seeing who. And so we are now back underway. Zambrano fouled to start things off. And there's going to be a few changes. Because Giles is now on the field. I believe there's... Of course, there was Zambrano still on. JB's still there. I'm sure that Hull City will confirm the changes for me in a second. Unless it is just Giles on for Jacob. Of course, Jacob with the yellow card early stages. But forwards go City. Akintola will have the changes coming for you in a second. Giles and Akintola play a bit 1-2. Goes towards JB. Back with Giles. Plays it over towards Paddy McNair. JB lays it over towards Zambrano. Zambrano plays one out wide. Cuts it back now for City. Cathal McCarthy back to, I'm going to believe it's Dylan Phillips, but it might be Jack Butland. As I say, it is Dylan Phillips. He's wearing the number 12 rather than number 1. So as I say, there's been a few changes start the second half, but not a complete fresh switch up like I predicted. So let's see. Because the second half has started up, I will be ending the poll in a minute. So get your last minute votes in on who you think will win, or if you think it'll be a draw. As I say, I will get that Hull City changes up for you in a minute once Hull City has confirmed. So there's just the two changes at half time. Giles and Phillips on for Butland and Jacob. So Phillips between the sticks and Giles on for Mike Jacob at left back. And we go, we'll end the poll now. So at least it means we're going to get a chance to see a bit more of these players that start this first half. And I'm more excited to see a bit more of Zambrano. He's been a bit of a wonder to watch so far. Abu Kamara just taken down there on the halfway line. And so City to have a free kick. They will go back towards Dylan Phillips on the free kick. See how he does. Soon to be City's third choice keeper for this upcoming season, which is not a bad thing to have Dylan Phillips as your third choice keeper in the Premier League. So forwards goes Zambrano through the midfield looking for JB, who's running forwards. Just a bit beyond him and he's going to go back towards the keeper for Konyaspor. Konyaspor trying to break out of it. Eventually going to go back towards their goalkeeper. So if the reports are true, we will be seeing a shift up in 10 minutes time on the lineup at the 60-minute mark. And then the players that come on will start and get the same treatment in the game on Tuesday. Ball tried to win back there by City. They do eventually do so with JB. It's now with Giles. Giles running down this left-hand side. Gets beyond his man once. He's then just pulled down by his shirt. Really nice bit of work there from Giles, showing his pace and his technical ability to almost glide past two players there. Chasing up that left flank. I'm a fan of JB. I'm excited to see what he can do this year, certainly. I'm certainly excited to see how he kicks on, if he does get game time in the Premier League, and how he does so with it. Going up that right side, tries City. Abu Kamara goes down. No foul, says the referee, so Konyaspor go on with this one. It's with number 99. Kicked away there by City. Out towards Ryan Giles, who keeps it in play. Goes infield towards JB. JB's shirt's just getting pulled. And he's taken down to the deck. So it's going to be another free kick there for City in the midfield. Konyaspor getting a little bit shirts happy in this one, we'll say. Been two fouls there early stage in the second half where they've been pulling on shirts. But Zambrano will get it underway. He's going to kick it away. It's going to be tackled down, but after he kicked the ball was in City's player. So referee's going to say play on. Ball goes out wide now to David Akintola on this near hand side. Akintola. He's going to lay one back towards Zambrano. Zambrano to Giles. Giles looking for a ball in. Whips one in. Early stages, and it goes into the back of the net. It might have been Nathan Tinsdale who got the last touch on it. It might have been offside. I'm not fully sure. I think it was offside call because I'm not seeing anything. Oh, no, they've changed the score. So it's going to be a goal. I believe it's going to go down as an own goal. I don't think it got a touch by Burstow or Zambrano. It's going to get a deflection off the goalkeeper on the number 3. Just watch the replay once more. Yeah, Burstow was the only man that could possibly have got a touch on it, but I don't think he did. But it's going to be 2-0 City. It was Giles with the ball through that seemingly fooled Konyaspor. And we're seeing some benefits of having Ryan Giles, who could possibly thrive in the Premier League with his play style this next season. Will certainly do well at that. But it's 2-0 City. The goal is probably going to go down as an own goal or a Ryan Giles goal. And I think it's going to go down as an own goal because the keeper did get down and save it. He just parried it onto the number 3's foot, who just seemingly sent it into the back of the net. So, who scored? It's Giles. I think they just showed it up on the screen as it being Giles, but it could be an own goal. Nodded away there by City. Konyaspor still on it. So it's 2-0 City, 53 minutes in. I thought it was getting the keeper from United who was on loan at Bristol last season. I've not heard anything about that. I know that they are medical today, and then he's going to be getting flown out towards Slovenia. Tolalkis, the Greek goalkeeper that plays for Olympiakos. Yeah, own goal. I'm going to go down as an own goal. Giles will not claim that. So, goal. Yeah, own goal, but goal. Mauled indeed. Oh, Tigers. Sing mauled by the Tigers. We'll see. Vitek for Man United. I'm not sure Hull City will be going in on him. With, of course, Tolalkis coming in, seeming to be in the next day or two. Burstow just caught offside there. Yeah, Tolalkis coming in the next day or two. Of course, you got Butland already. Got Phillips as the third choice, and then it seemed like they're trying to get that young Turkish keeper. Name's just slipped my mind. Giles as well to come through the midfield, pick up the ball for City, laying it forwards for Nathan Tinsdale. Unfortunately, unable to control it and lay it forwards for either a shot or a layoff to Abu Kamara. The keeper comes well for that one on Konyaspor's end. So yeah, I don't think they're going to be going in for Vitek from Man United. That Owen goal looks good. Yeah, he's a cracking player. Big John for the Big Bog joined the Tiger Nation. Not sure what that means. Shot there for City. Saved by the Konyaspor keeper. Going out for a corner kick. It's Giles once again. Giles seems to be having a bit of a field day here. We were linked with him, but negotiations broke down with wages not agreed. Fair play. And that's going to be another one for City to look out for on wages aspects. Not spend too much on player wages. Shot into box. Blocks and sent away. Mason Burstow trying to get the shot in from the cross. Lays right down at his feet. And then Burstow fouls the player running away. And so it's going to be a free kick for Konyaspor. Got to get a jersey from the USA. Don't have a team to root for, and I'm thinking of being a Hull City fan. You certainly should do that, Big Bog. Be the next Hull City fan. Ball going forwards for Konyaspor. Snuffed out there by Zambrano. Sorry, Drama. Giles on the ball now. Going to ping one forwards, looking for Nathan Tinsdale. Just can't get it past his man. Konyaspor forced to go back towards their goalkeeper with the pressing of Mason Burstow. We're 3 minutes away from that hour mark in the game, which is where we're probably going to see the next full switch. Nathan Tinsdale just manhandled a little bit there, and it's going to be a free kick for City. Quite centrally. I'm going to go take it quick. Darko JB over towards Akintola. Akintola, a couple of step overs, whipping one in. That's going to have far too much on it. It maybe ended up with Cody Drama at the back post, nods it back in towards the action. Going to kicks high. Nearly taken down by JB. Pulled down is Nathan Tinsdale. Referee says foul the other way. It's going to be a free kick for Konyaspor, just on the edge of their area. Coventry City have a new Yorker who goes to a few matches. We should have some Americans as well. Yeah, I know we've got a few Americans already, but more are welcome. Hull City going now. Zambrano in the midfield. Plays it over towards JB. JB now back towards McNair. Cathal McCarthy on it. To Zambrano. A little bit of a quad pass there. Zambrano dinks it over towards Giles in space on this left-hand side. He's going to play it towards JB. Then going to go back towards McNair to Zambrano, turning, playing it forwards now for City. It's with Tinsdale. Going to send it out wide towards Abu Kamara. Drama has it. Tinsdale, Drama. Drama chasing it across the field for City. And play it over towards McNair. So probably got a minute left of this squad at the moment for City. Forward here for City. Last bit of attack for this squad. Coming through from Abu Kamara. He's just dispossessed there from the number 3 for Konyaspor. And apparently Nathan Tinsdale fouled the Konyaspor man there. Went down. He seems to just jump on the floor a bit, the Konyaspor man, but linesman flagged it for a foul. Referee's going to go with it. There's going to be a free kick there, as the next batch of players are all stripped ready on the sidelines, and they will be making their changes now. So staying on will be, of course, Phillips and Giles, but then it's going to be the full lot change everywhere else on the field. So it will be a back four of Louis Coyle, Semi Ajay. Who else is alongside him? I'm gonna have to put it up on my on my second monitor. Too many names, too many switches to remember. Here we go. So for the final 30 minutes, it will be Phillips between the sticks, Coyle, Ajay, Egan, and Giles. Slater, Crooks, Dowell in midfield, Balumi, McBurney, and Miller across that forward line for City. So we will see how they fare in these next 30 minutes. Let's see if Big Ollie McBurney can get among the score sheet. See if Giles can deliver one into him. Get that partnership of McGiles going again. With the full bucket of changes there for City. As now it's a completely different line to what started the game. Only 2 players that started the second half are currently on the field, that being Giles and Phillips. Presumably, Phillips is on because he was going to give both goalkeepers a half each. And Giles is on because of Jacob being on the yellow card. Didn't want to risk going down to 10 men and having someone's game time in this game being voided. A ball forwards there for City down that left-hand side. Miller on it. And does well to get Hull City a throw-in. Throw-in towards John Egan. Picked up now by Matt Crooks. Goes over towards Louis Carl on that right-hand side. Back towards Semi Ajayi. Ajayi just bobbles on the ball a little bit, but eventually gets over to Egan. Plays up towards Giles. Giles tries to go up line towards Miller. Takes a deflection off a Konyaspor man and goes out of play. Throw in there. Meets Kieran Dowell. He tries to go forwards for Liam Miller. That gets blocked by Konyaspor. But the ball eventually does go out of play and it's going to be a throw in now for Hull City. Giles up the line. Kieran Dowell. Miller back towards Giles. Another deflection off a Konyaspor man. And another throw in for City here. Dowell, Miller. It's a nice little trio partnership on this left-hand side we're seeing in the past couple of minutes. Giles with it now. Slater gets the ball. Towards Matt Crooks. Over towards Semi Ajayi. Semi Ajayi chasing forwards up that right-hand side. Still going Semi Ajayi. Down towards the byline. Taken down, gets back up, plays on. Tries to scoop one in towards the area. No one where the ball was going because it was quite deep. Miller's chasing onto it. Konyaspor still with the ball. Sending it over towards their left back. Who's then going to now try and play out from the back here for Konyaspor. They're going to go up and over the top. Looking for that number 99. Who's in a chase with John Egan. He gets there first as Egan goes for the defensive opportunity. Konyaspor building forwards here. Slater unable to tackle their number 45. And here's still Konyaspor inside of the City half. They are now going to play it back into their own half as City do well to recover and build up their shape. Coming through though there for City. Over the top looking for Liam Miller. Keeper's out of his area. Ball just bounces back in towards his area so he can grab it and bowl it out towards his player. Nice little chance there looking for Miller on a break forwards. Unfortunate the ball didn't fall to him. She had a little bit too much on it. But Konyaspor still going here. Going forwards now, Miller who picks up the ball from Konyaspor. Cuts back. Plays it towards Slater. Edge of the area. Out towards Giles on his left-hand side. Giles whips one in. Headed away there by Konyaspor. Corner kick here for City. I think we're going to get to see Giles' first corner kick of this pre-season. Hopefully he can do a bit better than what we saw from City's set pieces in the first half. There's going to be one change there for Konyaspor. Number 41 coming on from them. There's McBurney trying to get on the header. But headed away for this corner kick that Giles is going to deliver in now. Giles whipping it in. It's got some decent depth on it. Headed away by Konyaspor. It's going to go out of play. And Giles to take it. It was Regan Slater who actually took that corner kick. My apologies. Another little side note. They are using the new Premier League balls. Going to be getting used to them this entire pre-season. Regan Slater just giving a little push to one of the Konyaspor players that had his hand all over him before this ball was thrown back into play by Giles. But yeah, using the new Premier League balls to get them ready for this Premier League campaign that's coming in 4 weeks. But Konyaspor now breaking forwards and away. City now chasing back. Semir Jai does well to block the ball, tackle the man and win the ball back for City. Meat pie, sausage roll. Come on, City, score a goal! Damn, I'm late. How have we been doing besides the goals? All right. There's been some good performances out there for the lads, and they're looking good for the first pre-season game, we will say. But Konyaspor with the ball in their half now, breaking into City's half. You can certainly tell that this is probably the team that Hull City will be looking to use a bit more this season. These players, they've got more of a liveliness about them. And yeah, it's a pre-season friendly, but they're playing with a little bit more on it. Konyaspor in the area with the ball. Just stumbling over a little bit goes to the Konyaspor number 9. Slater's out to him. They're then going to have to go back if they want to try and rework this attack. Yes, Sam. Hey there, Tom. How are we doing, my friend? Who's standing out to you? It was probably Zambrano. Of course, he's no longer playing. He played the first 60 minutes. Other than that, who's on the field now? Giles has been doing fantastic. So, those are probably my 2 standouts for City so far. Still got 22 minutes left of this game. As comes breaking through there, Matt Crooks picking up the ball for City. Plays it forwards to Kieran Dowell, plays it back towards Matt Crooks. City passing it along their defensive line now. Come on, City. Super early will defo score. Let's hope that happens. Giles plays it over now towards Kieran Dowell, who's now got space to run through the midfield. In towards the Konyaspor half. Plays it back over towards Giles. Up towards Miller. Miller back towards Giles, who's running on, trying to charge forwards up this left-hand side. Number 5 comes over for Konyaspor, picks up the ball before Giles can return it back. Miller trying to do a bit of defensive duties there. The ball eventually does end up back with City after some errant passes there from Konyaspor. Miller lays it over towards Slater. Slater shields it off his man, tries to get it past one, he does so. He gets it through to McBurney. McBurney tries to go around and the keeper trips over it. Keeper's back up. McBurney has no other option but to go for a bit of a scuff shot at the near post. And that's easy work for the Konyaspor keeper. A little bit nervy there for McBurney. He tried to take it round the keeper. Maybe wasn't the option that he should have done with it being so close to the goal line. And I believe the keeper may have got a hand to it, which fed McBurney to stumbling over it. I've got to say McBurney did well anyway to try and get it worked back in for a shot. It's going to be a free kick here for Konyaspor. Not fully sure what happened because they were showing a replay of the shot from McBurney. So I say it's been a little bit higgledy-piggledy on the officiating. Camera just pans over towards Adjan, who's walking down the steps with the fans. There's a few fans in attendance there for this game. Of course, in Slovenia. Ball forwards there for Konyaspor. Going up the left flank. Whipped in now. Blocked there by Semir Jai. Now trying to send forwards again for City. Hacked down by Konyaspor man is Kieran Dowell. So there's going to be a free kick there for City inside of their own half. Matt Crooks to take it towards Kieran Dowell. I've got to say Kieran Dowell, he's been looking alright so far in this game. Not horrendous. Ball over the top for Liam Millie's going to have to chase onto this one to keep it in play. He does so just and works the throw-in for Hull City after playing off the Konyaspor man that was chasing him. Brilliant work there from Liam Miller to keep that one in play. And so Giles will now take the throw-in here for City. to know. I don't think I've seen Balumi. Is there no Balumi yet? Balumi's just walking up this sideline on the left here. I think Abu Kamara's stayed on instead of Balumi. See if Hull City have reported this. Yes. Balumi is not playing. So see any report on that one. But ball breaks forwards for City. McBurney feeds it to Miller. Miller. He lays it over towards Abu Kamara. And Kamara scores. Just as we mentioned that he's on the field when I didn't think he was still. He bags the third for City. Brilliant work there from McBurney to lay it over towards Miller. Miller's run forwards and then feeding it across the box to find Kamara in space. And Kamara grabs his first goal of the preseason campaign. Brilliant work there from Miller to find Kamara in space. And Kamara bags a shot right into the net. That's 3-4 City. It was Abu Kamara who just scored that one. We're not fully sure on why Balumi's not come on in this one because he was meant to play the second 30. Well, Kamara, it seems like it's just come off now. Has Balumi just now come on? I'm not sure what's going on here. It's a bit of madness. Preseason always is, but this is new reports of madness. Baz Cooper is Balumi wasn't to be risked as he's feeling his hamstring. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Matthew. Well, there we go. But it looks like Kamara's just come off now after the score and the goal. So I'll try and work out who's on the right wing at the moment. I don't think there is anyone. Are we playing a man down? We can't be. What's happening? I do think any highlights will be on the Hull City YouTube channel. Possibly. I'm not fully sure, but possibly. There's 1, 2, 3. I'm now counting the players to see if we've got enough players on the field. Or is that Nathan Tinsdale's come into the midfield again? 54. Who's number 54? That wasn't Tinsdale. So there's a new player in the midfield, number 54. Oh, I'm not sure who that is. Akintola. It's not Akintola. Balumi grabbed the goal. Yeah, and he's now been subbed off for number 54. Who's gone into the midfield. So we'll get confirmation on who that was. It's not Nathan Tinsdale because he was 47. And it seems like Kieran Dowell's gone out onto the right wing. Who's just picked up the ball now. Ball over the top for Miller. We'll wait for Hull City to report out who number 54 is. Ed Devine, the academy player. There we go. Thank you very much, the Rand GK. Saying that number 54 is Ed Devine, one of the academy players. So yeah, hopefully all things are good there with Balumi. Feeling his hamstring, certainly don't want to risk him. And certainly don't want to risk him in pre-season. But a little chance to see a bit of Ed Devine, who did all right for Hull City's academy last season. Had an all right season in under 21s. It's not Ed Devine, it's Silk. Hull City have just put out a tweet saying it's Silk. Silk. Well, there we go. You'd have thought it might be Ed Devine. But forwards come here, City. Silk lays one over across the box. It's now met by Kieran Dowell at the other end of things. Back into the mixer goes Louis Coyle. Goes all the way over for Liam Miller. Whipping back in goes Giles. Blocked away by Konyaspor. Picked up now by Regan Slater to Giles. Giles to Slater. Over now towards number 54, who we're guessing is Silk based on Hull City's tweet. Back over towards Liam Miller on this left-hand side. I'm trying to find on my second monitor a bit more on this, but I believe it might be this Ruben Silk from the under-18s. So, seems like that's the case, based on Hull City's tweet. So, there we go. Oh, got some Konyaspor fans going mad in the chat. Here we are. 13 minutes remaining here. So I think we've completed the mystery of who number 54 is. Ruben Silk. Davine hasn't gone. He played in the Billy Bye Trophy last Wednesday and was captain. Yeah, of course, the Hull City Academy won that game. There's a little bit of change going on here for Konyaspor with 12 minutes to go. Just a few different players changing around. And that might have been another change for City, but we'll get a report on that when it comes through. Yeah, number 31 is on now. Who scored the third one? That was Abu Kamara. Okiki has now just come on for Ryan Giles. So that's the new addition for City, number 31. I believe it's Calvin Okiki, one of the academy players. Yeah, Abu Kamara scored the third one, yeah. But McBurney's on the ball now with Miller. Plays it over towards Okiki, who's come on for Giles. His first bit of action on the ball now. Plays it in towards Kieran Dowell. Goes to Miller. Infield towards Silk. Over towards this right side now for City with Matt Crooks. Ruben Silk on the ball. Lays it back towards Dylan Phillips. Phillips going forwards. That's going to go straight over back towards the Konyaspor defence. We've got 10 minutes remaining in this one. It is 3-0 Hull City. For those of us who may have missed it, the first goal was scored by Enes Destan. Second goal, own goal. And then third goal scored by Abu Kamara. And we're now seeing some academy players getting shape in this one. Ruben Silk and Calvin Okiki. Like Calvin Okiki's come on for Ryan Giles and is playing left back here. And Ruben Silk's gone into the midfield, which allowed Kieran Dowell to go out on the right wing, it seems. As I say, Kieran Dowell's done alright in this one so far. Quite liked what I've seen from him. But it's back now with the Konyaspor keeper, who's playing it upfield. Chasing on it is Okiki. Doesn't quite happen, but Hull City do get the ball away from the errant pass from Konyaspor. Miller gets it over towards Matt Crooks, who then plays it over towards John Egan. Egan up towards Silk. Now on it is Semi Ajayi. Shaping it over now towards Matt Crooks, who's helping firing the ball forwards. Lays it through for Liam Miller on this left-hand side. Miller cuts in field. Gets past one man into the box. crossing going back towards McBurney gets blocked, and it's out for a corner kick here for City. Very nice work there from Liam Miller. It's going to be interesting to see how he shapes up in the Premier League. But a nice little bit of manoeuvring there for Miller. Regan Slater to whip the corner ball in, and it's in the back of the net. That's the fourth, and that's McBurney, Matt Crooks. There was plenty of players on it. We'll wait for confirmation, but that is the fourth. Corner in, and it was Ollie McBurney. Big Ollie McBurney with the header from Regan Slater's corner kick. Oh no, never mind. Referee must have pulled up for a foul or handball or something. Oh, it's 3-0 still. Scratch what I've just said. It was very close to an Ollie McBurney goal, but it didn't quite happen. But Konyaspor forwards, they shoot, and that one high over the crossbar. Possibly Konyaspor's first shot in this second half, I think. Yeah, can we... Just going to put that guy in a timeout, just so he doesn't spam the chat horrendously. There we go. Apologies about that, everyone. But Okiki gets the ball, lays it forwards for Miller. Miller tries to fire it back towards Okiki, couldn't quite get the conversion on that. And now coming forwards is Konyaspor. Yeah, apologies about that. Spamming everyone. But it's all sorted now. Okiki plays one back towards Dylan Phillips. Phillips goes back out towards Okiki. He's got a man on him. Footwork there from Okiki to get it past one, and Meggs is the other one to get it back towards Phillips. And Phillips lays it out now towards the right-hand side, where Semi Ajayi is going to boot it upfield, looking for Slater. The Konyaspor keeper comes out, plays over towards one of their players, and they're just going to take their time here now. And now 5 minutes remaining in this game. Konyaspor trying to build something going forwards. Sliding through comes Matt Crooks. Wins the ball back for City. Plays a 1-2 with McBurney. Matt Crooks up this left-hand side. Lays it infield towards McBurney. McBurney tries to get a touch to get past one man. Doesn't quite happen. Crooks picks up the ball. Lays it over towards Okiki. Miller. Crooks. Silk. And now up towards McBurney and Okiki. It's with Miller here. Shaping it round for John Egan. Up towards Silk. Ajayi. Kieran Dowell, Matt Crooks, Kieran Dowell. Back towards Egan. Thank you very much, Dave. I very much appreciate everyone tuning in. But here goes Hull City with Okiki towards Silk. Silk just pushed down there by the Konyaspor man. And so it's going to be a free kick here for City in the centre of Konyaspor's half. Fortunately, we've got another person spamming, so just time him out as well. There you go, yeah. Watch some people just spamming the same thing repeatedly. But there we go. Going back towards Dylan Phillips now. Not long left in this game. I did predict a 3-1 win for City. I will happily take the 3-0. As Matt Crooks comes through another sliding challenge to win the ball back for the Tigers. Lays it over towards Kyle. Matt Crooks with the ball again. They will just stop the players. The Konyaspor man's a bit slow to get back to his feet, but he's back up on his feet now as after they've stopped the play. This is off the back of that Matt Crooks challenge. Referee said no problem in it, but he has now stopped it as he was a bit gingerly getting back to his feet, the Konyaspor man. Are you doing watch-alongs for the other friendlies? I will try my very best. I will be, of course, getting to the Nice game at the MKM Stadium. So there'll be a matchday vlog for that one. But I'll try my best. I'll certainly be doing recaps on every game, no matter what. As the content continues throughout Hull City's pre-season build-up and into the Premier League campaign here on the channel. Do you see the Elliott Stroud goal? I've not seen his goal yet, but I have seen that he has scored. Yeah. Good to keep clean sheet, it certainly is. Especially with two goalkeepers either half. Of course, neither of whom will probably be starting in game one for Hull City in the Premier League. Ball going forwards now. Miller. Timed his run perfectly. Miller cutting in field. Shoots! Right, unfortunately, at the Konyaspor keeper. But nice work there from Miller. He saw that he could have been offside, so he just held back his run a little bit and timed it well to go forwards. And then cut in field. What stadiums are you looking forward to visiting this season? All of them. Especially them three new ones that we're going to get a chance to get to. Of course, Everton's, Tottenham's, and the new Brentford Stadium. Three stadiums that Hull City have not played at yet. And Konyaspor on the ball now. She's got a minute plus remaining here. They're going to go forwards, try and get up that right-hand side. Okiki's just going to hold it off nicely. McBurney's going to... Miller's going to try the same. So Konyaspor is just going to errantly pass it back towards Miller. He's going to cut back on his man. Play it infield towards Crooks. Silk towards Semi Ajayi. Hull City pressing forwards now here. It's now back with Matt Crooks, laying it towards McBurney. It's now with Slater up that right-hand side. Slater looking to whip one in. He's going to lay it over towards Crooks, back into the area, but that call offside by Matt Crooks. Slater maybe should have gone for the crossing by himself. Will be a fun away at Leeds, at least get a Yorkshire derby again. It certainly will be a fun time against Leeds. Some people looking forward to Bournemouth and Everton as well, yeah. It's going to be quite a few interesting fixtures this upcoming season. A lot of interesting ones for Hull City this season. Well, Konyaspor trying to break things up, trying to get themselves a consolation goal, we'll call it. Referee just has to look at his watch. Play goes on past the 90 now. As with the first half, we're unsure on how much additional there is in this second half. But Konyaspor going forwards are in the City final third. One of their men just pulled back. So Konyaspor have a chance here. A free kick in the final stages of this game. I'll take it short and quick. Allowing them to try and pass it through Hull City. Let's get the upset against Man United first game. That would be a brilliant way to start the season. Kyle and Dowell play a little 1-2, try and break things forward for City. Konyaspor will win it back on the ball forwards from the Tigers. Semi Ajayi nods that one away for City. And just unfortunately passed away there by Kieran Dowell. Konyaspor with the ball here. 1 minute through past the 90. As I say, we're not fully sure how much additional there is. There will be a little bit with the two City goals in this half. And of course, the mass changes that there have been. Ball over the top out wide for Konyaspor. inside of the City area, looking to dink one in towards the penalty spot. Well done there by Calvin O'Keefe to put off his man enough. Ball on the edge of the D for the Konyaspor, number 7. He's going to lay it out to his right-hand side. Cutting back in goes Konyaspor. Going for a shot. Blocked there by John Egan. Konyaspor again. Shot by Semir Jai. Blocked, sorry, by Semir Jai. And Konyaspor trying to go for a third time. And that's going to end up out of play. It's going to be a corner kick for Konyaspor, as that one was blocked by Louis Coyle. Some very nice work there along that defensive line to keep this clean sheet sure. Have we any more news on transfers as of yet? No fresh ones other than, of course, Tolakis doing his medical today, and then he's going to get flown out to Slovenia. On the edge of the area for Konyaspor. Konyaspor again, blocked. Slater's on it. Going to send it forwards. And that's going to be full time. 3-0 win in Hull City's first pre-season game ahead of their Premier League campaign. And things remain undefeated for Sergei Akievich in pre-season friendlies. Very nice way to keep things going. I will have a video up on the channel in a little bit, just detailing what we've learnt from this game. But a very nice run out there for the lads. A nice 3-0 win as well. Clean sheet on the back of it as well. But some good performances out there from some men. As we look ahead to Hull City's return to the Premier League. 4 more pre-season fixtures though for City. Thank you. What's your name, please? I am called Sam. Here on HullCityFanCentral. Cheers, Sam. Great live stream again. No worries, Cajun Chicken. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining in. Hope you all have a lovely rest of your Saturday. We'll be going away to now record the reaction and what we've learnt from this game video. So, check that out on the channel. It'll be up within the next hour or so. So make sure you stay tuned on the channel by liking and subscribing for plenty more transfer news, all that sort of stuff for Hull City throughout this pre-season as we build up to Hull City's return to the Premier League. So thank you very much for everyone who joined in, commented, watched, liked, all that sort of stuff. Thank you very much, everyone. Hope you all have a lovely rest of your Saturday. And a nice 3-0 pre-season win for Tigers is a good way to start the pre-season build-up for Hull City. See you in the next video. Up the Tigers!